Hello, I'm going to be making fish yassa and I'm going to use tilapia. I don't particularly like using tilapia for fish yassa. There's nothing wrong with using it. I was going to buy another white chunky fish, any good one that you can find, but because I didn't really see any that I liked, and the only other one, which was the yellow croaker, I've already used it twice on my YouTube videos. So we're going to be needing onions. You need a lot of onions to make yassa, and some Dijon mustard. You can use English one as well. Some salt, lemon. I have the fruit and the liquid. That's because I'm cooking a lot today. Black pepper, oil. I don't use this oil at all, but I needed it for something, and I just forgot that I don't have my normal one. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. And bay leaf. I have, that's the stock cubes, that's the chicken one, and this is the fish one. The reason why you can see chicken stock cube here is because I'm going to be showing you how to do the chicken yassa. Sorry, this looks like some dirt, but it isn't. It's actually just water. It's underneath. Okay. I'll just show you how to season that, but I won't show you how to cook it. That's because in my other yassa video, I lost the first part of it, so this is going to make up for it, hopefully. And you need a whole bunch of onions. I like a lot of onions in mine. You need a lot anyway, but I just go extra. And Scotch bonnet peppers, okra, bitter tomatoes, and a lot of garlic. Now, the the bitter tomatoes and the okra are mainly just for the fish yassa. I don't really put it in the chicken yassa, and I don't really think it goes there. So let's just get everything started. I've been washing the chicken and the fish as well. If you can see, you score the fish or the chicken. They both have scores in them. That just helps with the seasoning, penetrating inside, and also when you grill it, it just looks really nice, because traditionally in Gambia they actually grill this on the charcoal outside, and that flavor as well. You just can't beat that. So I've also done prep with the veg and the onions. Now, if you just excuse me, you can see this bowl is far too small for me to do the whole seasoning there. So I'm going to actually use the pot which I'll be cooking in to season everything in there rather than the bowl. So now we're going to start to do the seasoning. I think about, for each bowl was about 7 onions and equally 7 cloves of garlic as well. Something round about that. But like I said, I do like a lot of onions, and this one especially is for the children, and they really like onions. In fact, they eat the onions more than the chicken, so I really go heavy on that. And I've done the garlic in this again. I do have a garlic crusher, but I think this is just so easy. It's easier for me anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the seasoning on top of the onion so you get to see it. It's just easier because I don't have like a proper camera facing me and all that. And if you could see as well the onions, this is how usually you'd cut them, but then again you can cut them anyway. At the end of the day you just need the onions there, but this is just nice. It looks pretty. So I've added the seasonings. That's the mustard, that's the garlic, the chicken, stock cubes, a whole lot of black pepper, and the bay leaf. I've done the same over here. That's the garlic hiding under that fish head. Okay, so I'm going to add some salt. Not a whole lot, because I'll leave the rest of that to when it's actually in the sauce. And also you need to add the lemon and oil. Okay, first we go with the oil. Now with the oil, people would usually put all of the oil that they're going to be cooking in the seasoning. You can do that, that's fine. But to me, I just never know how much oil I'm going to need. So I like to put it in the pot rather than here. I don't know, I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. So you can do it either way, really. And for the lemon, now when I do the chicken, I always put more lemon in the chicken rather than the fish, because of the acidity of this lemon. You want to be careful, and actually for me that's why I even add the oil, because the oil just helps stop that pickling thing that you're going to get with the lemon if you're not too careful on that. So a good amount though, because the fish so much needs the oil, the lemon, but I go heavier on the chicken, if you know what I mean. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and mix all that up, and I'll just talk about this now. For the chicken, I would leave it much longer, and the maximum you can go, I would say, is a day, like an overnight seasoning. And that's good. But for the fish, I really don't season my fish longer than 40-45 minutes, an hour at the, at the most. Because again, I'm worried about that lemon, that acidity of it, and I don't really think as well the fish needs so much seasoning. I mean, so much, for it to go inside and everything. I think it's fine for an hour. Okay, so really, this is the way you do the yassa. This is how you season it. And then after, when you're done, when you want to start cooking, you would separate the chicken or the fish, and that goes in the grill. So you grill that. And again, when you're grilling that, you're just looking to seal the meat or the fish. You're just looking to seal it. So you're trying to get color on it as well on the outside. So I always grill it on high heat. And you're not really concentrating on cooking it, because you'll be cooking it back in with the onions. So just do that, turn it on both sides, really try and get the color, because it really helps with coloring the actual, sauce, and it looks nicer as well when there's some color on the fish. Also, I don't always cook yassa like this. There's another way which you can do, is you just season your chicken and you put it in the fridge and let that season. And you season it with these things, obviously, but like half of it. So the other half can go with the onions in the pot. So when the onions go in the pot, basically they have nothing on them. You just have some oil in the pot, you put the onions, and then you add, the other half of all that. So it's really either way. I think a way of doing it like this, because onion does have a good flavor, and when you do it like this, I guess it, goes into the meat as well, and that's nice. And I don't know, maybe again, just an easier way of cooking everything, when you just bung everything together, put that into season and just concentrate on other things. But I cook yassa in any way, shape that I like, really, as long as everything goes in, that's fine. Even like I said with the oil, some people put everything, so goes with the lemon. Some people would put all the lemon that they're going to cook in here. I don't really do that, because I'm not really too sure how much I want and all that. So I like to do that when everything is cooked and it's safe for me to taste it. So that is it. So I'm going to mix everything, and we're going to let this season for a whole long time, and I will let this season for an hour. I'll start cooking until I'm done with this. I cook my rice, I'm done with that. Then I'll come and do this yassa, this chicken one. Right, so I've done the mixing, and they're just going to go in the fridge now. For the black pepper, you can even go heavier, because black pepper really comes out well with this, but for the kids, I just want to hold my hand a little on that. And well, this is the last time you're going to see this chicken bowl, really, because the rest of the video on how to do this is already up, which is the chicken yassa. But basically, what I would do here is the same as what I would do here. There's no difference, really. When I'm done seasoning it, leaving it to marinate, I'm going to take the chicken out, grill it on the high heat, let it color both sides, and then I'll have some oil in the pot. I'll have that really high. I put in the onions, fry that off until, you know, it's starting to get translucent and all that. Then we put the chicken in the onions in the pot and, you know, mix that through, add some water and some Scotch bonnet peppers. Oh, talking of Scotch bonnet peppers, I am actually going to chop one here and mix it in here. So you'll see that when I take it out of the refrigerator. I forgot that. So we'll do that, and that's it. You add some water, let the water come back down from a sauce. Move it from a sauce to a gravy. Sorry, that's my daughter. And then that's it. You're done. That's the fish. I've just taken it out. It's been about 35 minutes. And I'm just going to start now. And when it comes to grilling it, you want to use the one with the rack on it rather than you want to use this one without the rack rather than the one with the rack. Because if you use this and have the fish or the chicken on there, you're going to lose all the moisture in it and it's just going to drip down, even though you can recover it. But that's not the point. You want the moisture to stay in the meat itself, so you're going to need to use something like this. And also, the seasoning that's down there at the bottom, some liquid, you might not get a lot depending on, you know, how much you've put in. But whatever you do have in there, try and add, you know, half of it, even more if you can here. Or that's just going to help with the flavor, but also just keeping that moisture in there. I've taken the fish out and I've just started the cooker, so this is going to start frying. That's the fish in there. We're going to push this in the grill as well. Right. Remember what I said about the oil, that I like to put the oil in the pot? Well, I'm just being a bit lazy. Rather than taking this out, washing the pot, and then having to wash it out, also bowls that I have to put this in, I'm just now basically, I guess, try to gauge how much I think would need. I don't want to put too much, but maybe that is cool, even though that's a lot already. Okay, and that's it really. So this is going to start frying. This goes down obviously with the onions. And yep, you want to have some color in there, and you know, for it to be translucent as well. And keep an eye on the fish. So I pushed it back for you to see. You can see in the corner there's literally nothing there, but don't worry about that, because all the oil that we've put in before and now, everything is just, you know, in the onion. It will go down, trust me. The more it fries, the more oil comes out. So that's good. And also what I was talking about, the seasoning, adding some to the fish, don't worry about that at all, because also with my seasoning this time I didn't get any at all. This is on high heat and you just need to stand by the pan and keep turning it. So we're at 16 minutes. This is frying. And the fish, I'm turning it now. The fish is done on both sides. That's how it looks. We're at 28 minutes, and that's the onions. The onions, I mean, they're okay as well now, but I think I just want to leave it for, I don't know, 5 more minutes. And then we go in with the vegetables and some water for another 5 minutes, then the fish. I don't keep to my word, do I? So this is the chicken one. I just wanted to show you. That's going in the grill now. And, yeah, okay, so back to the fish. Now I'm going to put in the vegetables. That's the bitter tomatoes. Oh, by the way, when this was at 16 minutes, the gravy, I turned it down to 3, so it was on 6 the whole time. So it's on 3 now from 16 minutes. What I do with this, I just, you know, cut the top bits, you know, like as you would do potatoes. Not all through, because you don't want it to fall into 2, but that just helps it cook a little quicker. And why I put the vegetables before the fish or without the fish is because I think the vegetables would need more time than the fish to cook. So with this now, you just want to add some water. I don't know, about 1.5 cups, 2 cups. And mix that together. Taste your salt. And if you're scared of the vegetables, wait a little and then taste the salt and then the lemon as well. I mean, when you taste it, you should really taste that there's some lemon in this, but again, it's up to you, however really tangy you want it. Okay, so this is it now. Then we just give it, it's at 34 minutes, so just give it 5-7 minutes, then we go in with the fish. And I'm also going to partially cover it. So we're at 45 minutes, and just going to add the fish now.
Convincing me that I'm worthless, because God proved what was worth when He died on the cross for my sin. My net worth cannot be calculated by the buildings I own, or the property I have, or the CDs I have. I could have it and lose it, and none of that would change my net worth to God. I'm valuable to God. Whether you like me or not, approve of me or not, I am somebody that God is. When God got ready to prove what I was worth, He crucified Jesus and said, this is how much Jakes is worth to me, and died on the cross for my sin. Touch your neighbor and tell him I am somebody. You may not read about me in the paper, you may not see any monuments in my name, but I am somebody. God so loved me that He shed His blood for me. That's why I don't have time for low self-esteem. Fear on the person. I must be valuable. Look at how much He paid to get me out of my bondage. That's why I refuse to go back into what God pulled me out of. Look at how much He paid to get me out of jail. I'm a free man. He died to redeem me. Free at last.
Okay.
Free at last. Thank God. Almighty,
and this is what I have here. I am actually going to put it in here. I hope you don't find that disgusting, but I always do, whether it's fish or chicken. I just call it my stock. Okay. And I'm gonna try and mix that a little bit and cover it again. And we just wait for the sauce to go down and the oil to come up. It's at 104, and this is just about done. But now I'm going to put in the lemon, the remaining one. I'm putting in 2. By the way, I put this in my fridge. It's a really good odor neutralizer, or even in the bathroom bin if you put it in there. So I'm putting in, this is a bit too much, I think, but since I'm cooking the other one, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna mix that and then again wait about 10 minutes now, I'd say. Okay, now we're done. My timing is 1:40, but I haven't been cooking all that time. I actually switched it off. I had a phone call and I had to take it, and it just went on and on. But it's finished now, and I'm just gonna dish out. Me switching it off, putting it back on, and everything is just why you cannot actually see the oil. But when I came back here, there was oil there, but because I switched it on, and now it's bubbling again. But you don't really need to see the oil come out for you to know it's done. I mean, it's very big. And then I know that's enough sauce there for the whole of this pot, so that's okay. And that's the chicken, yes, I'm making. This is done as well. The chicken is here. I'm just gonna come and put it in there. Right, so let's do that here.
But in the end, he's just another dead rat in the garbage pail behind the Chinese restaurant. He wiped the knives. Yes, he did.
Okay.
My suicide mission's been canceled.
See if I can find one of those bitter tomatoes.
In a way, I'm
This
almost
pot
glad
is
that
so
happened,
crammed.
because I don't want to toast
Maybe
it.
that's why everything really is, not coming out as
When I look down this table,
Well, it-
the exquisite feast
well as
before
it
us,
should.
I see two terrific lawyers, a skilled
Even the
teacher,
onions, I
one
can't get
chef,
to
a savvy
them.
real estate agent, an excellent
Sorry
tailor, a crack
about
accountant,
that.
a gifted musician, pretty good minnow fisherman, and possibly the best landscape painter
I'll try
working
and
on the
use
scene
this
today.
one.
Maybe a few of you might even read my columns from time to time. Who knows? I tend to happen. I also see a room full of wild animals. Wild animals with true natures and pure talents. Wild
Somebody
animals
commented on my white rice video about me making too much in the pot.
and weaknesses due to his or her species.
I know, that's so true, and I always do it, really, I always do it, especially with rice.
It might just give us the tiniest glimmer of a chance of saving my nephew and letting me make it up to you for
Oh, hey, we found a bit of tomato, thank God for that.
Just a thought. Thank you for listening. Cheers, everyone.
Ooh, this is not the sexiest of the plates you've seen, but
Well, I was just putting along with it.
this is it. And I'm going to switch the
Will you
pepper,
join me?
just so the other one looks better. Okay, never mind.
Thank you. All right, let's start planning. You know shorthand. Great. Linda, Lucas, got some dry paper? Here we go. Lowell, copy your opinion. What do you got?
That's the chicken, yes. I keep showing you this when I said I wouldn't. This is the fish, yes. So this is about 15 minutes later, and that's just what happens when it stands still. Now you can see the oil's coming out. And I think it was just to do with my pot, really. It's a bit too, small for the whole thing. And maybe I just didn't use too much oil, which is good as well. I'm happy for that.
Thomas Rupert.
This is the chicken, yes, sir. This oil is a bit overboard, but with the chicken, because, well, I cooked it with the skin, I guess that's why, so there's always much more oil on there.
You can actually watch stuff on it, on your phone or your tablet, or indeed online.
A microwave and toaster as well.
Sure, yeah, blender, washing machine.
Should work on any gadget. So, listen, we're going to be back from 10 o'clock tonight, where Mumford & Sons will be amongst the glorious things we bring. We're going to finish off this programme with more of last night's headliners, the Rolling Stones. This is a song we didn't show you last night, actually. The Stones song Factory Girl?
Yeah.
Well, this is a revamp version, specially for the occasion. We'll see you at 10 o'clock tonight, leaving you with the Stones.